ladies and gentlemen, Rapid Chess here, and today ended round 10 of World Chess Championships and ended in a draw. So Magnus still is leading with +3. The game was basically the not like less interesting than others, but this had didn't have any sensible scenario, so to speak, that Magnus many times in press conference said that he agreed that he basically had only playing for a draw, and the same was told by Ian, and if they could agree on the draw then they would do it, but it's not that simple when you're playing a match and there are lots of players, not players but spectators and online. So you want to, and you can't really play because you have your tournament situation, match situation, when you cannot, continue with some things you could do, for instance, to play for a win by Magnus, it will give some chances for black, and it may revive your opponent, and who knows what's going to happen. So he can't really take this risk because 3-0 is basically end of story. Nepo just was really tired, and he said that well, I will play with white pieces next tournament, and I have 2 white pieces left, so I might try to win back. So there are four games, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he has he can win the next game and see what happens. I remember Kramnik played against Anand, and he was also down 3-0, and he won 1 game in a row with white pieces, and Anand resigned a bit prematurely. And maybe I said the story before, and Kramnik was full of energy to play for win with black, with 2 rounds to go, and win with black and then win with white pieces, and that's it. So they would go for a tiebreak, but it didn't happen. Anand played d4, and it was a quick draw because Kramnik was not ready to play against e4 opening with black. But it was ridiculous, and still he believed it. So I don't know, I'm waiting for something. Maybe something will happen. At least I think for Ian would be really good to win. 3-1 is totally different. If he wins, then it's not such a bad loss. So it's just unfortunate tournament for him. So let's see the game. There was not too much action. Magnus played d4 as expected after he gained win with d4. I think if he needed to play for a win, he would play d4, but d4 is more drawing move today. Knight f6, the Russian defense, or Petrov, I'm sorry, and knight to d3. So this is variation which Magnus played against Fabi. Pretty drawish, and that game ended actually. That was this crazy game where Magnus sacrificed a piece in the end game, and it was a draw, but it was a win for Fabi with knight to h1 or something. It was engine move 100%. So he couldn't win, but still he had a winning position. So knight is going to f4. I'm not saying that it's the best square for this knight. It's just more active here near the king, and it's not that popular variation, so something can go differently. Queen e7, and this is the issue here that in Petrov the queens are often exchanged like in Ruy Lopez Berlin defense, but Ian don't go for this. Knight c6, knight f4, knight f6, d4, knight c6. So here, if black takes, then bishop takes, and normally whoever takes gets the worst position. Yeah, so they a bit want to force his opponent to take the queen, so then they win a tempi. c3, d5, opening up the diagonal for the bishop. Maybe bishop is you want to put it to d6, and this idea to play bishop b5 is not that I'm sorry, not that a big problem. Knight d2, knight to d8, trying to play c6, knight f3. So finally Ian took. Kramnik proposed something like to play g3 here, and if he takes, take with the bishop probably, and claiming that white is a little bit better. I don't know, I'm not sure that white ever will be better in this position, because just black does 5 natural moves in a row, and they're all very natural, and they're basically drawing the game. Okay, so knight f3, queen takes c2, white castled. I like this move. I think it's not a good idea to try to put the king on d2 because of these checks. So and the king here gives protection to these pawns. So if you didn't know that, bishop d3, rook e8, rook e1, exchange the pieces, and d6. So I think Ian spent only like 10 minutes in this position, and Magnus spent 40. I don't know, I can't really say anything. Just black's idea is to exchange the pieces so they develop and propose an exchange. So it's like double, for one price you get like 2 products. And g3, Magnus said that he liked his position after g3 because knight can go to g2, bishop to f4, and exchange swap this dark square bishops, because his idea was to create a lot of exchanges. And also I mean, this is chess, and it's hard sometimes. I don't understand it, but chess can become very sharp at some point, even if you don't do anything. So this position, you cannot have anything calmer than this position. Yeah, queens are off board, kings are perfectly safe. There is nothing, no pawns are absolutely symmetrical. Everything is symmetrical, and still, like in this Fabik against Magnus game, yeah, when they also played this Petrov, then it became extremely sharp, yeah, in a couple of moves. So I think that was Magnus, what he was thinking about, that to keep kind of this structure, yeah, so that nothing really happens, because Ian is this kind of player who can, get interested in chess at some point, yeah, find it fascinating, some idea, and try to implement it, and then maybe Magnus is better yeah, and he needs to play for some kind of, you know, advantage. Yeah, so and then he gets a game. Yeah, he doesn't want a game. Maybe he could want it. It's a difficult question, and he answered to. I mean that. I mean that this match is basically not over, but it's like broken. Yeah, it's not what everyone expected. Yeah, first five, 6 games, yes, but these blunders, which are unexplainable, so it kind of drops a shadow on everything what is going on here, and. Some people say that why Ian didn't play like Cecilia Najdorf in this game, like he has to win back. Yeah, and it's hard to explain because I mean it's chess. Yeah, you don't get you know, like a boxing match. Yeah, you don't get hit, but it's very difficult and hard, and your nerve system is totally um, I mean broken. Yeah, you feel really empty, yeah, inside, because after all these losses, yeah, and you understand that you cannot outplay this opponent, so you have to you know, concede, and you can concede either. So you have to draw a game, and other players say, "No, come on, Ian, play for a win." So a lot of things which players even cannot tell in press conference. So rook e8, taking the file, f3. Preparing the king, going to f2 and covering the squares. I like this. I don't recommend like f4, giving e4 square for black. So knight h5. And Ian plays really quickly. They both play quite quick. Knight to g7. And finally, Magnus implements his idea, exchanges the bishops. Wow, g5. This is a bit unexpected, but probably he wants to force white to take here, and if black takes, then I think black can claim that they are just a little bit better with this knight going on f4. And again, Magnus likes to say that if you're playing for a win, yeah, you have to you cannot change like knight for bishop. Yeah, you can exchange these pieces and keep the pieces symmetrical. So then the game is a draw. And even if let's say we can claim that white is better after this, then still it's not a draw, because well, they have different basically balance, and bishop is a little bit better, so something can happen, and that's why Magnus didn't play that. He played knight to e2, f5, h3, and kind of white wants to play h4 and open up this game on the king's side, but they want black to play f4 first, but Ian wasn't willing to do that. He played h6. This exchange doesn't do anything. They keep these pawns weaker. So he found this maneuver f4, which starts exchanges on the king's side. So pawns start exchanging. He exchanged these pawns, attacking the rook and the pawn. Check, check. King here. Yeah, and in this position they agreed to a draw. It's move 41. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.